Good day, traders. Bitcoin here from Auto X Capital with today's what's moving gold, right? So, as usual, this is not financial advice. I'm doing this simply for training purposes only. So, let me read today's headline here by Ishan Arora from Reuters. It says gold eases from a record peak, all eyes on US job data. So, we remember that we are looking at NFP coming in tomorrow. And the next headline here says that Fed rate cuts and doubts over independence to keep US dollar under pressure, right? Remember, this has really been the news going on. Remember, Trump really has been attempting to fire Miss Lisa Cook, right? So there's been that also playing out, which has been weighing heavily rather on the US dollar. So we are still bullish. We are still looking at gold as a safe haven. Also, remember that countries are still buying gold. Major banks are still buying gold in large amounts of tons. So we still have to follow the big money. So let me quickly read this part here from Yahoo Finance that caught my eye today. It says markets are now waiting for a landmark ruling on whether Trump has legitimate grounds to remove Fed Governor Lisa Cook from the central bank. If deemed illegal, the move would allow the president to replace her with a dovish-leaning official. Separately, a federal appeals court said late Friday that Trump's global tariffs rather were illegally imposed under an emergency law. All of this still weighing on the gold, and I actually noticed that even the yields dropped this week from last week's I believe it's 4.28, and it dropped down to 4.21, 4.22%. So with the yields falling, the gold is supposed to definitely be going higher, especially today in the New York session, but we'll see. Right, so the level that I was actually looking at today, this morning, was this 35.15 to 35.20 area. If price happens to come back in the New York session and break below the 35.15 area, we'll be looking at the 34.90 and 34.85 for our bullish entries, right? I'm still bullish heavily on gold, like I said, so I'm not looking to sell, but I think it's worth noting as well that in case price continues to push up from these levels here, right where it's at right now, it's at 35.40. If it continues to push from these levels, I'm definitely looking at the 35.85 to 35.90. Anything above 35.78, I'm expecting price to rather quickly push to this 35.85 and 35.90 area, because I'm sure there is a lot of stops right around that area, right? Also, if you look at structure, I'm looking to see price closing above this recent high right here, and if it closes above here during the New York session, I would actually be more confident for a push all the way to the 35.78. And another area that I was looking to actually watch very carefully is this 35.50 area, to see how price reacts right at this point here. So that being said, I don't actually want to be long on this video. I think it's pretty clear enough. Be patient, take your time. The market is always open, and protect your capital at all cost. And happy trading. See you again soon. Cheers. Bye.